wonder when Apple are going to steal that idea.
That's going for a podcast now.
Sounds. Hello and welcome back to the NSNO Everton podcast after the short break of around about 2.5 years. So I'm joined by Bawley as always.
Hello.
Yeah, waving doesn't work when it's a podcast.
I know, I've just realised I set my camera up to record it and then didn't bring the battery.
And we've got some new signings as well. So we've got in the red corner, because you drew the short straw there, and your Twitter account's a padlock anyway, so you're alright. We've got the Ram, or John, as he's known to his mum.
Hello, the world of NSNO.
And in the blue corner, I suppose, we've got Stephen Wu. That's not his surname, that's just the noise that girls make when they see him.
Mate, I wish, that's not true, I promise you.
Or Sir Stealth, as he's known on the forum. And to the left, we've got Shogun.
Hang on. In the blue corner we have John. In the red corner we have Steve. Or in the red corner, the blue corner. And in the white.
No, in the left. On my left.
Shouldn't it have been another corner?
No.
Why? Because there's 5 of us.
Because A, I didn't want to, and 2, this is how we do these things on NSNO.
Yeah. So welcome to the NSNO podcast, boys.
Yeah, as you can see, the level of professionalism is right up there,
through the roof.
I mean, you're seeing how we set up so quick.
Well, it's what we expected.
Actually, you boys listen to the NSNO Everton podcast. I'm not going to call it that all the way through because that's just far too long.
So that's 3 viewers down then already.
I know, yeah. Is it what you thought it would be like meeting your heroes?
I have actually seen Bawley a couple of times. I don't know if he knows. Last time I seen Bawley, he was on his bike outside Sports Direct.
Yeah.
And I was with my missus and I was like staring at you like...
He's got that in quick, isn't he? I've got a girlfriend.
Sure, that's Bawley.
Yeah.
And she's going, why are you staring at that man on the bike?
See, it's because I'm recognisable no matter where I go. I mean, it's not ours, is it? It's not the big fat bald man.
Well, I sat next to you at the Hull game, didn't I? Last season, 4-0 win. And the only difference between now and then is that for some reason he doesn't give me a kiss yet. Last time he gave me a little cheeky kiss.
I'll give you a kiss.
Has he got his megaphone out for you yet?
I didn't see it last time, but I think he'd been banned by then, hadn't you?
No, I banned it. I had a word with the club and said, I'm not doing it no more. People don't like me anymore. I'm getting abuse. No,
I know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was on.
Scabby little Manx put videos up of you when they support Man United.
Free ticket as well. He was on a free ticket. But we'll leave that alone because we don't want to swear on this podcast, do we?
And Shugs, what do you think?
Probably as bad as I expected it to be honest.
I'm glad we've lived down to your expectations. So there's been quite a lot to talk about since our last episode, but we'll probably need to skip most of it. Because I think we've been taken over and we've had 2 managers since then. Yeah,
well, we'll just bypass all of the Roberto Martinez era.
That's all I've got to talk about.
Well, that's it. I'm not talking about Roberto Martinez.
Okay.
That's me out. See you, boys.
You were the only one right about him, weren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll leave that alone. I don't like to go.
I'm glad they can't see what you've just done. So I think most of what's been happening has been happening much longer ago in the summer than now. So we can catch up a little bit, but should we kind of mix it up in the direction of what we're talking about and talk about the most recent thing, which was the Boarfest, that was the 1-0 win over Rumbelows.
Oh, mate, I'm serious. What's that? Razumbarok.
See, they were chanting their team's name.
Yeah.
And the fella next to me shouted, "Shut up, you!" And I went, "Let them show off that they know how to say it." That's all they've got.
It was a pretty dull game, but I think everyone's expectations were too high for me because I think it's easy to think, we got all these amazing new players, and it's not that easy for them to gel straight away, especially so many debutantes and then all the hype around Rooney as well. So I think when it got down to it, it was always going to be a bit underwhelming, but we got the win at least, and a sight of future Everton legend Cuco Martina as well.
Hey, when he dribbled it out of play all on his own with no player around him, I thought, Stephen Naismith.
Don't start giving him stick yet.
You know what happened whenever Stephen Naismith came onto the pitch? What I said about him, just to make him score.
Yeah, 3 times. Well, no, we're leaving it alone. Don't be getting.
But Rosenborg, what do you reckon, John?
Same as what Steve said, really. I went into it heightened expectations. I was thinking, I had in my mind Rooney hat-trick. First game for United, got an hat-trick, comes back to Everton, gets an hat-trick, but then we got down to it. We're still in pre-season, aren't we? So as long as we got the result 1-0, hopefully move on and just don't Everton it.
Stop it goals. Yeah,
don't
do an Everton on Thursday.
But like you said, it was the 4th game of pre-season, which is normally against Bury.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a strange one.
You can sort of see though, can't you, why Koeman is such a poor record in cups, because he treated that game like it was pre-season.
Yeah.
And we could not have won it, to be honest. They had that header, didn't they?
They did. Yeah.
That's a very good point, that actually.
Yeah. It was very near a University College Dublin moment, which the Echo specifically asked for none of. But like you said, Jack, he treated it like pre-season, and I think, if anything, he needed to treat it like a cup competition. He needed to look at them and think, they're going to come here, this is their cup final, they're never going to play in front of 34,000 people again.
Yeah.
They're going to play it for everything. If anything, in their home game, we'll have more of an advantage, because they're going to be expected to come out and attack now.
Yeah, but I'm going to be interested to see how many Scouse Slovakians there is on Thursday, with the 450 tickets we've been allocated that are already being taken up.
But do you know the reason we didn't ask for very many more?
Why?
Because we're not doing flights.
Oh yeah, well we know that.
Because Thomas Cook were charging over £500 for the day trip.
Yeah, it was naughty, like
to a mountain in Slovakia.
Well, I've got a big test.
Have you seen the pitch? It is at the bottom of a mountain.
I just seen that picture, as John was saying, with a massive Tesco at the side. Like that could have been us, couldn't it? And
yeah. Oh, they would have been like home from home if they. If that was it, don't say that. Made me feel a bit sick. That little bit of baby sick in my mouth.
We're getting a Waitrose in the docks now, so.
Getting a Wagamamas. So what do you reckon of the away leg? Have ITV actually confirmed that it's on ITV for you?
Yeah. It's been a
Sam Matterface said,
but I asked him for confirmation.
And he didn't reply, did he? He was rude.
He was very rude, didn't reply. So, nearly swore then. Oh, that was close, that was very close. No, where someone, James, who sits next to you at the game, sits next to Si.
I'll be
sitting next to you and pointing at Si on a podcast that no one can see.
And he'll be made up with a shout out, on Albie.
Because he put on it was on ITV4's website. We must mention as well, just before we carry on, if you can hear noise in the background, it's because we're recording this in Thomas Rigby's in Liverpool City Centre. But we're not drunk, we asked could we use the room, and we said we didn't expect people to be here.
It's definitely the pub we expected it to be.
It is definitely not a different pub to what I thought it was at all. And I'm looking, I don't know who that Admiral is there.
Organisational skills there, boys.
Right, if you can tweet us who the picture of the Admiral is in the back of the Thomas Rigby's pub, then that'd be great. Unless you are
live podcasting.
Yeah, unless you are Thomas Rigby's pub, in which case don't bother, you're not going to win a prize. So Rosenborg, second leg, 1-0 lead, going away to Slovakia. Do you play your strongest team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, we're all agreed on that. So what is our strongest team? And we're going to go with the general consensus there. So in goal.
Oh, look
that's the toughest one, because Steck did nothing wrong in the first leg. He made a really good save.
That's not the toughest one.
It's kind of the toughest one. I don't know.
Well, should be in goal for cup games.
Yeah,
I think we're fine with either way we keep it. We're fine either way we keep it.
Absolutely.
He gets a lot of stick, but I reckon he's about as good as you can get for number 2.
Yeah.
Tony Hibbert was the best number 2 though.
Right,
so for Rosenborg,
would you rather have Stecklenburg or Joe as your second choice?
I think they're much of a muchness.
Do you think? I think Stecklenburg's better than
No,
Joe.
I don't think there's a great deal of difference about them apart from how easy their names are to say.
I like Stecklenburg's hair more than I like Joe's though.
No.
I have hair envy. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'm bald.
I like Joel's nicknames for players. His nickname for Funes Mori is Pipefish, and I have no idea what Pipefish.
Got to be is that like a Spanish South American get together?
It might be a translation error, but it looked like Pipefish.
Definitely don't want to Google that. Just in case.
Yeah, in goal in defence for FC Sexy is Pipefish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
a meme.
FC sexy. I like that.
I like FC
I like FC sexy.
So for cup games then, Stecklenburg.
See, yeah, just deal with it. All four
All right.
of us.
I'm
Going for
outnumbered.
Pickford, so
That's right. See,
3 against 2, so
still outnumbered.
general consensus still 1.
So Stecklenburg away at Slovakia, but obviously in the Premier League it'd be Jordan Pickford.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So right back, John Joe Kenny or Cuco Martina,
John Joe Kenny for me.
or Mason Holgate.
John Joe Kenny for me.
John Joe for me, definitely.
Is it because Mason Holgate isn't tall enough to be a right back?
Forum joke. Hashtag forum joke. We're going to have to do a lot of that, aren't we? Because all 5 of us go on a forum.
John Joe Kenny, even though I got told off for slagging off Cuco Martina before.
Yeah, John Joe Kenny. But
What happens when he's crap though?
because John Joe
There's
Kenny,
some sort of
it's not about
options,
being crap.
He's
John
a World
Joe
Cup
Kenny-
winner, he's not.
John Joe Kenny is a World Cup winner.
Okay.
It's a winning mentality.
So left back, Leighton Baines or Leighton Baines?
Leighton Baines.
I'm assuming we're going 4-4-1-1 here, by the way.
I like the way he's just decided before.
Yeah.
But to be fair, on the one that I wrote out on my phone, it's like a 4-4-1-1.
There you go. See, it's like I'm psychic or something. Centre half pairing then. Michael Keane.
100% Keane.
Right. Now, is it Jagielka or Williams
Jagielka.
It'd be something for the cup order for them.
for the next game?
For this
The
second
next
leg.
game,
It's for
alright.
any game really.
Jagielka.
Ashley Williams.
I'll put Jagielka in and Ashley Williams in.
And not Michael Keane.
Nah, I'll put Mason Holgate in centre half with Jags. God's honest truth.
Really? Is he tall enough?
I don't care whether he's tall enough.
I'm gonna break the back of that one.
I'd go Keane and Jags, to be honest.
Keane and Jags.
I'd go Williams myself.
On his own.
Not most certainly not. No, I think that's going to be the partnership, isn't it? So you've got to try and.
Do you not think we're going to buy someone?
Maybe, but I reckon it would be a Winston Reid type or.
I think he's looking for a backup, innit?
Yeah.
Backup centre
He's
back.
going to be looking for a left-footed centre half that can play left back as well as cover.
Yeah.
Really.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? That's
Does
what's gonna
Funes Mori
happen.
have a place
Yes,
as backup?
I was back up.
I think he's
I
like
like-
11 months out though, is he?
Yeah, I
Something
like
that.
Funes, to be fair. I love his insanity.
Yeah.
I do.
He is
I love his
crazy.
insanity.
That's the other thing as well about having Joel Robles in goal. He can talk to Funes Mori.
Yep.
Because that worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, cheers for the man.
Yeah,
What did we say at the beginning?
The podcast equivalent of deleting the forum.
Hashtag forum joke.
So that's the defence and the goalkeeper agreed on ish. Left-sided midfielder. Wayne Rooney.
No! I may have swore again then.
Have we got a left-sided midfielder?
I don't know if
we've let Delafeu
Morales
go.
plays there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the thing, you know the email I sent you with the running order and the players all of it. Did you see the only attacking midfielder we've got?
Yeah.
That's according to Everton's official website. That's Everton's official website. I got that from. Attacking midfielder Kevin Morales. Since when has he ever played in that position for us? Can you name a time?
Was it Chelsea around?
Does he even play in any position? When you
No.
watch him on the pitch, he does.
Never stays out on the wing,
No.
he's drifting, doesn't he?
Screaming at him on Thursday night, get in front of Baines.
Yeah, and he's
'Cause
just
Baines
always
get the ball.
drifting in.
Yeah.
Oh, did he get man of the match on TV?
Did he?
Someone told me the next day. I was at the game, and the next day, I know on the
Did he look like someone else?
on the forum, Blue Nose said he's literally the worst player of all time. I think it's a bit harsh, to be honest. Like Blue Nose tweeted on the forum, Blue Nose 91. Messaged on the forum. He said Kevin Morales is the worst player of all time.
What Kevin Morales he watches, I quite like.
Has he not seen him on the ass?
I didn't think he had a great game though on
For a tiny man,
on Thursday.
I mean he is tiny, saying that he was standing next to me at the time, so it's, you know,
Kevin Morales,
he's like this big.
he's taller than Holgate.
He is. No, he's not. He is not
short.
taller than Holgate.
I reckon he's
He's
taller
shorter
than
than
me.
All these lads, you know.
Morales is shorter than me.
Shorter than him.
Really?
Yeah, and he's like
Mate, I was
this.
talking
And I'm
about
only
6'1".
3'7".
He's little tiny. He walked past us with his hood up the, outside the park end, but a couple of months ago. I was like, it's Morales. And as he turned round, see the nose.
Do you know when that was? Do you know when that was?
Well,
That was when Alan Myers worked at the club.
that's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He might have grown since then.
He might have. he's got stilettos since
He
then.
was only small.
Central midfield partnership of Idrissa Gana Gueye and Morgan Schneiderlin.
Yeah.
Or why we're for Idrissa Gana Gueye and Tom Davis in front of him.
So I'm thinking of the Moyes era and putting Tom Davis on the right wing.
Then we tried that against Tottenham.
I'm literally going to shove this microphone somewhere where.
At least you've made it thinner.
I'm not going that way, to be fair. That's not going to be the end sticking out.
Ademola Lookman.
See, now I put Lookman in my team.
Or Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
No, I would.
How do you pick between Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Ademola Lookman? What criteria do you look for?
Who's got the best hair?
Who's got the best looking beard?
Well, that's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, isn't it?
I haven't seen Ademola Lookman's girlfriend.
I've seen his boyfriend. Hashtag controversial. Not that it'd matter.
I'm not getting sued.
It wouldn't matter, would it?
No.
It doesn't matter. It's not a.
So that's the tricky position. What about Aaron Lennon?
For cup games.
Is he going? Is he meant to be going to Watford?
Oh, don't make him say that. Not after last year.
What are you sending him?
He's had a difficult enough year anyway.
What's he done to you?
Oh, no.
I'll just be dead gummy to Cleverly, maybe.
Aaron Lennon's down, Jack Stoggery sending him to Watford. Jack, Watford, come on.
Oh.
I know, I nearly did. Everyone heard that then. It was a little slip.
Who do we think though? So say it's a straight between Lookman and Calvert-Lewin.
Kieran Dowell.
Yeah.
He's gonna go with Calvert-Lewin, I'd imagine.
I think he likes him, doesn't he?
Koeman likes the physicality of him.
Yeah.
He's tall lad and he's good.
He can ping the ball up to him.
But I thought last week our whole game plan was just the long ball out to Calvert-Lewin on the wing to win the headers. And he said after, didn't he, that their left back wasn't a real left back. He was only a short fella and he just thought he's going to win all the headers. And he did win quite a few headers. Got a few free kicks as well.
He fouled a lot though at the end, didn't he?
But I'd like to think that, I don't know. They seem like a team of cloggers to me, and obviously we're purists, aren't we? So
Their
I like
left
to think
winger
we
thought he was Ronaldo though.
I can't remember who he was.
He skinned Martina a few times.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to stop myself there. So
Paul has played one game for
attacking
him,
midfielder.
4 weeks into pre-season and he's getting ripped.
Yeah, as it should be. Barkley's out injured. We've got no one else to slag off, have we?
What about putting Sandro out wide?
No,
No.
down the middle for Sandro.
I want Sandro with it.
Sandro's the number 9.
I want Sandro
Sandro's centre forward because he's not going to stick to one position because he's mental.
Yeah.
So he's just going to run wherever the ball goes. He's like a terrier, like a Yorkshire terrier.
He's like a decent Jermaine Beckford.
so you think Rooney behind Sandro and then
No, Klassen.
Oh, Klassen.
Putting Klassen behind.
Yeah.
I forgot about Klassen to be fair.
No, Klassen behind Sandro.
See,
I think Wayne Rooney's an impact sub this year.
What?
Wayne Rooney's an impact sub.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Does he
For
know
a
that?
year.
I'm telling him now. I'm just hoping Koeman's listening because otherwise the whole plan goes to pot. No, I don't think Wayne Rooney should be starting games for Everton Football Club.
Hashtag controversial.
It's hard to see where he fits in if you get Sigurdsson as well.
Exactly.
I don't want Sigurdsson.
Well, that's the other.
Yeah.
That's the ins and outs podcast that we'll be doing shortly. You do know we're doing 17 episodes tonight, don't you? I'm working you now because this is the last time you'll ever come to us face to face.
What he means by that, he's usually not turning up anymore. No, isn't it anymore?
Sandro up front, reckon?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Klassen or Rooney, go on. We'll have to have a vote on that.
Why not Davis?
Or Davis, go on
Jack,
then.
stop throwing names in the air, lad. We had this sorted then.
I think he's
Why-
got Davis and further back, I think, hasn't he?
Why do we have to have such good squads? Why can't it be like the old days where we knew?
We've got so many players though for those central areas, haven't we?
Yeah.
So look at the day, you're trying to fit in Schneiderlin, Garner, Davis, Klassen, Rooney, all in that space in the middle. And it's hard to work out how it fits
But I'm
together.
worried that he's going to try and do that at some point in the season, try and fit them all in.
Yeah.
So we'll just have 4 centre midfielders spread across the centre of the midfield.
No, in like a little tiny square within the centre circle. That kind of area.
These are too young for this reference of Peter Eep or Bracewell.
Yeah, they're not going to move outside that area.
Just there, yeah.
So now we'll move on to the Rosenborg team then. Who are you going to have in goal for them?
That fella who started last week was pretty
Magic.
good. Stick with him.
Magic
Stick with
was
him,
Magic.
Yeah.
Poor fella had to be up for work in the bakery the next morning. But
I'm sitting this part out
yeah.
because you're expecting me to do names.
I know, yeah.
Not
We're
happening.
waiting for the World Cup podcast before we make you name cities.
Did you listen to the World Cup podcast on 2014?
No.
So you're the one then.
Genuinely, we've done it, and all the names, you know, all the team sheets obviously that come out, and you get all the team sheets up and you look through them. I'm not good with foreign languages. I can speak Scouse. That's it. And then he left me to pronounce all these names of Czechoslovakian players, and
it was brilliant. It was
players from all over the world.
It's the best thing I've ever heard. So, predictions
for Thursday.
A Navy 2-1.
I think they'll score first.
Them scoring first though.
Yeah, kick a bit of life into us, won't it?
Can you imagine the fume out of Koeman?
I'd like to see the fumometer on Twitter about if they scored in the first 6 minutes. Twitter's going to implode, isn't it?
Especially, do you know what would kill Twitter? If it was a Rooney own goal.
Don't
Do you know, because it was like being at a take that concert. No. Okay. Right, so we reckon 2-1. John?
Well, I had a scorecast on the first leg. It was a bit too optimistic. I went Rooney first goal 5-1. So I'm going to tone it right down and say Rooney first goal 3-0.
Jack?
Yeah, I'm going to play it safe as well. I'll go for 6-0.
Yeah.
To them or?
I'm more in line with Johnny, and I'm a little bit worried, to be fair, because this is Everton we're talking about here. I'm going to say 1-1 draw.
So I was thinking the draw as well. I don't think 1-1 though, I think 0-0.
Do you reckon it's 0-0?
Yeah, and I reckon we'll all be proper kicking off.
Yeah,
at the end of it.
Realising that it's the 5th game of the pre-season, even though it is a cup qualifier. Realising that it just is the 5th game we've played, and it's only the 2nd competitive game. This is what people need to take into account. But Everton always start slow anyway. The last time Everton had a flying start to the season besides Cloud Shoes?
It was 1-0 against Man United, wasn't it, Fellaini?
Yeah, and then we beat Villa away after that.
Yeah.
It was like a pretty good start.
What was that? 5 years ago?
5 years ago.
And that was an anomaly. So yeah, 1-1.
Yeah.
I'm in line with John.
I reckon 0-0. So, should we do a separate podcast on the comings and goings, and then questions from the forum as well?
That's going to be the third podcast, though.
It is. For those of you that don't know about questions from the forum, stroke Twitter, stroke Facebook, stroke Instagram, stroke Snapchat.
No, should we leave the...
Go on then, do the
I can't remember it.
questions from the forum.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
There you go.
I couldn't remember.
For those that don't know, it's normally these three that ask the questions that are posted on the forum, so I'm not really sure what we're going to do. We have got some questions to do though. So for forum listeners, we've just made you listen to 25 minutes of stuff you weren't interested in to see if we did the questions from the forum. And for those that aren't forum listeners, tune in to the questions from the forum podcast.